Good morning, my friends. Yes, Melanie's with us. No, Melanie's not with us. We realized yesterday that her voice takes a little bit longer to get to us in Montreal, Canada, from Australia. So she sent us for recording. That's how I saw it. The voice has to get through the continents. Anyways, so welcome to the podcast, A Millionaire of the Diamonds. Our mission is very simple. Who is the person I have to become to achieve my next level? I was talking to the mastermind this morning, was only Sylvain. Sounds like, woo, what a team. And I was saying to him, like, you've always got to be on the move because if you're not growing, you're going backwards. That's the thing, my friends. And the only thing that's going to drive us to grow more is one, having a wealth goal, and two, intentionally moving towards that direction. Anyways, I said it's so aligned with this mindset we want to bring to the podcast, The Millionaire of the Diamonds. I had Jacqueline Stockley that sent me a messenger, and she shared with me that for years and years and years, she's always been putting aside money for in case days. And she is a multi-millionaire. And a lot of people don't understand you don't have to earn millions to become a multi-millionaire. It is simply that little 5 degree where you start today saving 10%. And now people always say to me, Marie-Pierre, why money, money? Because it's measurable. So my confidence grows. When I say do your bed, it has nothing to do with do your bed. It has to do, well, if I can do the bed, oh, I can do something else. You need what we call confidence builders. Well, we'll dive in those in the months to come. But what I want to share with you right now is today's episode is on specifically the word desire. It's a starting point of all achievement. And I'm going to share you a few stories of my own so you understand that you don't have to leave today and say, I want to change the world. But to leave today, like Olga, she's been sending me her pictures. It starts with that sink cleaned, right? That burning desire to wake up every morning and not having to face a dirty sink. And then from there, we built greater and greater wealth. But before we dive in, we're going to go over to you, Marie-Pierre, for the contest and the next conferences and get the agenda. You must get the agenda.
Yes. Okay. So first thing to do is to share the podcast this morning. So click on the arrow so you can share on every social media platform. And in the comment, you have the text that you can copy paste it when you share so people understand why they should listen to the podcast this morning. But if you have someone in mind that really needs to hear the podcast today, the best way to make sure they will listen is to send it by messenger or text message. So when you click on the arrow, you will see that you can share by messenger or text message. Hello, Benji. Hello, baby. Okay, so that is the first thing to do. Share. Then we have our contest, Les Millionnaires de Diamants. So when you go on our Facebook group called Les Millionnaires de Diamants Inspirational Group, every time that you post, every time that you put a comment or a reaction, you gain points during the month to be in the top 10 contributor. And next week, we're going to announce the top 10 for the month of January. So you have until tomorrow to go post, to go comment, to go react, to gain points, to be in the official top 10, to get your voucher to go shop on the boutique Les Millionnaires de Diamants. And same thing with the last 2 days to be in the draw for the voucher for the boutique Millionnaires de Diamants. So 2 ways to be in the draw. First way is with the boutique. So when you place your order, when you receive your order, you always take a picture and you post on social media and you tag Marie Moreno and Les Millionnaires de Diamants. And same thing with the books, Les Millionnaires de Diamants. So every time that you receive one of the book, you take your picture, you're reading one of the book. Again, you take a picture, you're doing one of the quiz book, you take a picture, you're doing one of the workbook, you take a picture, you're doing one, you're using your agenda, Les Millionnaires de Diamants, you take a picture. That means you have a new picture every day that you can post on social media and that you tag Marie Moreno and Les Millionnaires de Diamants to be in the draw at the end of the month. Then we have our next conference. So we already announced 3 new conferences for 2026, and it's 3 different conferences. So it's not to choose, oh, which date is better this year. No, you choose three because it's different subject that we will cover in those conferences. So you have the link in the title of the live or in the comment that you will see it will appear in a few seconds. So click on the link and get your ticket. And for those that want to be with us in the studio when we are doing the conferences, we have 24 places in French, 24 places in English. So just send me a message when you get your ticket to say I want to be on site with you, and I will add you to the list. But at the beginning, it's a virtual conference, so that means that it's all around the world. So for everyone, you can join us for the conference. And if you cannot be with us live, you can watch it in replay. So register to get the replay too. Then, of course, we still have the agenda. So we are still at the beginning of the year. It's the time to get your agenda de Millionnaires de Diamants to be ready to make sure that you track what is important, that you know your priority every week and not just to think about it. Oh, yes, that's a good idea at the beginning of the year. And then you just forget about it for the whole year until the 1st of January. Say, oh, yeah, those priorities are really important for me. But you didn't put it in action during the year just because it wasn't in your face. So with the agenda, you have it every week. So if you don't already have it, go and click on the link to get your agenda. And when you get it, don't forget, take a picture and post it so we can have all those pictures to put it all together for everyone that gets the agenda and the Millionnaires de Diamants.
Thank you so much, Marie-Pierre. So let's dive in right away. I want to begin by saying good morning to Matthew that's with us, Lise. I'm checking my comments here. Where's the crew? Louise is here. Matthew. Olga's here. Olga, keep posting me. You know what? If you make yourself accountable to share with me one story a day on your new mandate, it's going to help you out a lot, girlfriend. Always being accountable to somebody, something. Marie-Ève is with us. Marie-Ève Saint Laurent, thank you. Yes, hello, ladies. And that's what I was looking for. James with the Monique crew. Welcome, Kendra. Welcome, Carolyn. I love it. Was Sherry Novak here? Sherry, yeah, Sherry is here. Good morning. Good morning. She's our superstar right now in our Tupperware business. Okay, so let's dive in. So today I want to talk to you about something that changed my life forever. I mean, there's been many, many things, but one very important event. Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich that desire is the starting point of all achievements and that riches are not an accident. They come when desire is turned into a definite plan and then into action. And I said, oh, I gotta share with you a story. So I'm at the bank with my mom, and I was like 12, probably 11, 12 years old. And she's buying a Canadian bond. And back in the days, maybe Marie-Pierre, you can do a little bit of research for me. In when I was, well, it was 1976. So in 1976, or the Canadian bond or whatever she was buying was giving 17%. But don't worry, Marie-Pierre is going to show up and give us the real amount. Like, it was insane. And the lady was sharing with my mom the advantage of the Canadian bond. And I suddenly went ding, 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 ding. And that's where I set myself a mandate that I wanted to open I wanted to have a Canadian bond of $1,000. I was only 12 years old. Now, today, just to put it in context, thanks again, Marie-Pierre, for doing the homework for me. It would be the equivalent of 2025, actually, $3,700. So imagine at 16 years old today having a Canadian bond of $3,700. How much, Marie-Pierre? Did you figure it out?
It's they say the average was 9.18%.
In
That
76?
was the average. Yeah.
Hmm. And then 81?
81.
Because I had read 17% somewhere. But I want to,
Oh, 81, 19.5%.
yeah, that's it, Marie-Pierre. Yeah. Look at me. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Massive, massive difference. In my head, it was 17, but it was actually 19. Thank you for doing the homework for me. So it's massive. Once you have that burning desire, and what I love about this segment, it talks about money, and it has to be money. And this is what I said to Sylvain. You have to understand something. My yearly income has always increased, even if Tupperware, let's say 2025, I didn't make the same income as 2024. It doesn't matter because we don't have all our eggs in the same basket. So what's happened with me and Mohammed over the years is that income annually increases all the time. And this is why I always say to you guys, who do you have to become to achieve your next level? And the measurement is the money earned. Not that you need more money, but it is the measurement. So it's really focused on this chapter. Okay. So it wasn't $1,000. It was this that happened. I saw my mom. I got this desire that me too, I want to be like my mom. So it was very clear. It was definite. Uh, I, I then said, okay, what exactly am I going to do to get this money? How will I exchange time for money? And this is where I didn't just babysit. If you would have hired me at 12 years old to babysit your children, you have to understand that I quickly understood that I could increase my salary. If there was dishes, I would wash them, dry them, put them away. I would make more money if when I was putting away the dishes, I saw a mess and I would clean it up. And I never had to say to any of my employers, look, I cleaned a mess. Don't worry, they noticed it, right? If there was dirt on the floor after the children were asleep, I would broom the floor. I would wash the floor. And if I had nothing left to do, and I would go in the laundry room, if there was laundry, I knew how to do laundry. Like basically what I want to share with you, like everything in my head was clear. It wasn't emotional. Everything was clear. If I do so many hours and I'm able to get, instead of $1.50 an hour, I'm making $3 an hour. By the way, just for the sake of the podcast, I was the only one at a certain point in my last year of babysitting making $5 an hour because the cleaning was there too. Just by the way. So always give more. Without expecting more money, people will give you more money than you would have demanded for. I don't know if that makes sense what I just said. So I always got these extra $20 bills and it made a huge difference. So people lose the dream because they just wish and they don't understand the sacrifice that is required behind it, the consistency, the persistence. You need to create a plan. So from here, I want to share with you what is it exactly you want in 2026. And it's got to be quantifiable. And the only thing that's quantifiable is money because it's clear. Now, what is the plan to get that extra money? Now, don't forget, Mohammed and I already have massive incomes coming in without the Tupperware business. But that's not the point. The point is, I want to jump out of bed in the morning. I want to keep going. I want to be excited. I want to go to bed and fall asleep like this, not having anything going through my brain because life is so fulfilling. So my mission is always to make more and design a plan for it. What is yours? Now, to better understand, there's 6 points. We're going to leave you in the hands of Melanie Miller.
Hello, my friends. I'm very happy to be with you this morning. And thank you, Maria, for your amazing introduction to today's theme. We're talking about 6 ways to turn desires into gold. Yesterday, we talked about how people with burning desires do not have a plan B. They are committed to their plan A and will burn bridges in their pursuit of the goals. Today, we're going to look at a 6-step plan that Hill outlines in this chapter and how some people have succeeded in achieving their burning desires. The plan is simple, but requires complete commitment to enact it in the way in which Hill intends it, to be sure that you will have success. It is based upon the amount of money you would like to have. So think of that now. What exact amount of money would satisfy your goals? For me, a net income of $15,000 per month would allow me to live the life I want to lead, plus allow me to give some extras to my children every month to make their lives more simple. It would mean that none of Alan's pensions and funds would need to be touched, giving us also extra passive income each month that is constantly reinvested. So what is this plan? Step 1, what is the exact amount of money that you desire? An answer such as plenty of money is not acceptable. It is not specific enough. So be definite in the amount of money you desire. Step 2, determine exactly what you are willing to give in return for the money you desire. Something for nothing does not exist. What would you give in time, for example, or perhaps in money for reinvestment? For me, at the moment, even though I'm in Australia, I'm continuing to give time to my business, my team, my org, and to this personal development podcast. Step 3, establish a definite date when you intend to possess this money each month, end of year, when exactly? Step 4, create a definite plan to carry out your desire. And don't plan to plan, start now. What are you putting into place to make sure that this happens? And step 5, write a clear statement about the amount of money you intend to have and when you intend to have it. Make the statement clear about what you will give to have the money and a clear plan of how you are going to accumulate it. Step 6, read your statement made in number 5 aloud twice daily, once just before retiring to go to bed and once after you get up in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. None of the plan will succeed without the 6 steps. So, if I was going to write my plan, which I would like to do, this might be how it would go. I, Melanie Miller, commit to receiving $15,000 in clear income every month. I will give time to my business in the following way. I will give 8 hours to my team for personal coaching and onboarding of new team members. I will give 10 hours to my VIP group and other sources for my personal sales activities. I will give 7 hours a week solely for the act of attracting new people to my group and business, with the aim of recruiting 25 people each month personally. I will give a further 8 hours to the organization of Les Diamants to help in the growth and development of all team and org members. And for my own personal development, I will give a further 5 hours. The total hours that I have assigned to the development and actions of my business to obtain 15,000 net income a month is 38 hours. As well as this time commitment, I will constantly reinvest in my business by purchasing at least 4,800 new stock each month. This I commit to do, whether I'm at home or traveling, except in the situation where I'm taking holiday from my business. I will still commit some time to my business at those times, but not the full 38 hours. This may seem like mumbo jumbo to some, and how could reading something out loud twice a day help you to achieve it? The more you say it, the more you are convinced by it, and the much more likely you are to do the actions you have stated. If you really want the money, you will work to make it happen. I know right now that to increase my income, I must increase my team and have more promotions happening in it. Nothing will happen unless I make it happen. This statement, or one like it, will make me want to make it happen. Many people have used the power of their dreams to achieve great things. Thomas Edison dreamed of making light from electricity, and he put a lot of time and money into that project, which he eventually achieved. The Wright brothers dreamed of flying an airplane. Once again, they put in a lot of time and money before they were able to make that happen. Marconi dreamed of sending messages via the air, and he was nearly subjected to psychiatric hospitalization for his mad but correct thoughts. And Charles Dickens used his own personal tragedy to write many successful books. And Helen Keller did not allow her own disabilities to prevent her from achieving amazing things. The list of successes from people who gave what they needed to do to gain the goal they were seeking is unending. These are just a few of the famous names. And let me leave you with this thought. No more effort is required to aim high in life, to demand prosperity and abundance, than it is to accept poverty and misery. It is up to you to make the choice and take control of your own thoughts of desire and then act on them. And now I'll leave you in the hands of Marie Pierre, who I'm sure will have a quiz for us today. So bye for now and enjoy the rest.
Thank you, Melanie. So yes, we continue with the quiz for this morning. So the quiz will help you to see if your desire is vague or is definite, if your goal is a wish or a decision, if your plan exists or not, if your belief is alive or weak, or if your habits support your dream, and if you are truly committed. Because like Melanie said, a lot of people say, oh, I want to be rich, or I want freedom, I want abundance. But the truth is that riches begin in your mind with that definite purpose. So that burning desire, belief, and daily discipline. So you need that clarity. So let's start this quiz. So again, answer honestly, because it's not about perfection, but it's about your progress. So you want to choose the answer that most fit you right now. Not what you wish that you would be, but right now, how would you react? So let's start. For each question, you can answer A, B, C, D, or E this morning. So let's start with question number 1. So when you think about money and success, which best describe you? A, I want more, but I don't know how much. B, I have a general idea, but not an exact number. C, I change my target often. D, I know exactly what I want. Or E, I can state it clearly and confidently. Question number 2. When you say, I want to be rich, what do you really mean? A, I hope that life will improve. B, I wish things were easier. C, I like the idea of wealth. D, I have decided to pursue it. Or E, I am committed to making it happen. Question number 3. How do you relate to setting a deadline for your goal? So A, I avoid dates. B, I say one day. C, I delay choosing. D, I have a time frame. Or E, I have a specific date. Question number 4. How would you describe your current plan to achieve the riches? So A, I have no plan. B, I think about it sometimes. C, I start but I don't follow through. D, I have a plan. Or E, I follow it every day. And question number 5. How strong is your belief that you can achieve riches? So A, I don't really believe it's possible. B, I believe it sometimes. C, I believe but I fear failure. D, I mostly believe. Or E, I act as if it's already happening. So did you get mostly A's, mostly B's, mostly C's, mostly D's, or mostly E's? So if you have mostly A, you are still in the wish mode. So your desire is vague. Your mind is not yet convinced. So you want change, but not badly enough to change. So your work will be to get specific. Write it. Stop saying one day and begin with belief. So you are not failing, but you are still deciding. And it's okay. It's the first step. Now, if you have it mostly B, you are in the hope mode. So you like the idea of success, but you haven't taken ownership of it yet. So your work will be to choose that number, choose that date, or choose the plan, choose that discipline. So hope is beautiful, but hope without action will just stay in your imagination. Now, if you have it mostly C, you are in the conflict mode. So part of you wants success, part of you wants safety. So your work would be to strengthen that desire, to eliminate those escape routes, to build that consistency and belief through your actions. So you are standing on the two bridge at once, so one must burn. So you have that burning desire. Now, if you have it mostly D, you are in the decision mode. So you are serious, you are structured, you are learning to persist. So you want to increase that emotional belief, that repetition, that imagination, that discipline, because you are on the road, then you must stay on it. And if you have it mostly E, you are in the burning desire mode. So you think differently, you act differently, and you persist differently. So your work would be to protect your mindset, to guard those habits that will help you and feed your vision. So you are becoming that money conscious. So again, 3 points to remember to make sure that you have those 6 steps in mind. So number one, write that amount that you want, not more, not add off an exact number, and write it somewhere that you can see it every day. Number two, you want to choose a clear date. Again, if you have no date, there's no urgency. And again, you wanted to write it somewhere that you will see it every day. And number three, you want to read it twice a day. So, for example, if you put it somewhere near your bed, it would be somewhere that when you wake up in the morning, you read it. And when you go to bed at night, you read it. So, you have that system that will help you read it twice a day. So, in the morning, it will give you that direction, and at night, that belief and that imagination for the night. So, on that, I wish you a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.